All right, I don't know if this thing's recording right or not, but today we're out on a lake. We got a fish on Friday. So I'm just messing around, seeing if I can find where some fish are. So follow along, see how we can do. Really gonna concentrate on the drop-offs today. That's the plan anyway. So we'll see if we can find anything. First thing I'm gonna do actually is find out if there's a thermocline. No thermocline. So that's good. Well, good and bad. If there's a thermocline, the fish won't be below it, so it eliminates a lot of water. And with there being no thermocline, they can get deeper ultimately. But here we go. We're gonna side scan some drop-offs real quick and see what we see. So you can't see on my graphs right now. I've done this before on a video, and if you want to see what my graphs look like, leave me a comment. I can show you. We can do another one. But ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up into 10-12 feet of water, and then it's going to drop off into like 30 or 40 feet, and we're going to side scan from 10 to 12 out to 30 and just see what we see. First thing I notice is there's a grass line, which is great. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's 90 some degrees today, so there's gonna be a lot of people on the water, so we gotta dodge some traffic. Right now I'm dodging a kayak. And there's definitely some fish on these grass lines. There's some bait fish right there. So I'm gonna mark that. We're gonna come back to that. Those must be carp, because they aren't acting right. that's not gonna do as much good. But there's a school of them that size out there. I think these are crappie. We'll find out. That's bass. Just again, not very big. He's a chunky guy though. A little fatty. I have a feeling we're about to catch a pike. We're gonna find out though. About to find out. Yep. Dang. And that's our little pikey friend. I'm starting to be able to identify these very well on the live scope. It's a good size one. Because I was asked to do this in a video, I'm going to show you the connection knot I use. This one's getting twisted up, so we're going to retie basically the same leader. The knot's the FG knot. There's lots of videos on it out there, but you might learn something from the way I do it. I normally sit over there, but all you really need is some tension on your rod tip. So I like to put it behind my seat, behind whatever, and then I'm going to wrap the braided line around my pinky. But I want to be facing the rod tip, I guess. So I have to sit over here, I guess. So there's my tension on my rod, which is a little, there we go. And I want it in my pinky so that I can use my other fingers. And I want a good amount of tension on it. With my main line, or my leader line, I'm gonna wrap it around pretty much all my fingers until I've got like, I don't know, 3-4 inches left. Then you want to be comfortable with the distance away from you, and you're just going to lay it across, pinch your line here, lay it across, and then you can kind of go back and forth. So 1 pinch, 2, 3, and the whole time you're pulling on your braided line. And you'll see that you're not going to be able to see that, but it lays out nice. I'd go back and forth 20 times. I'm going to have to do this in the garage so you can see it better. See how my rod tip's coming towards me? I don't want that. I don't want that at all. All right, so I'm gonna try and do this standing up so you can see the rod tip. So I'm just going around one side, pinching it, around the other side, pinching it, around the other side, pinching it, around the other side, and pinching it. And I don't know if you can see it, but it makes a long weave back and forth. And then when you get your 20 wraps, I'll show you what this looks like. You get your 20 wraps, it should be long like that. And you can unwrap both sets at that point. Pinch it, because you're gonna have to tie just an overhand knot around that fluorocarbon. So I cut my rest of my braid that is left here. I cut it off, so I've only got 2 or 3 inches of both, just because it's more manageable. So this is what I got. Then I'm just going to tie an overhand knot around the fluoro. 1. Make sure you're around the fluoro, like so. Snug it up. And then this part will hurt if you've got like a pair of pliers to wrap it around or whatever, but I just use my hands and I pull that tight. And that's the knot. Then I'm going to tie one more overhand knot, and then I'm going to clip my fluorocarbon. So one more time, once again, make sure you're around the fluoro, so you're wrapping both of them with your overhand knot. I always use my mouth to tighten it up. I don't know why. So that's what I got. It's basically finished. I'm just going to cut this as close as I can. without nicking the knot. Test it, make sure you didn't nick your knot. And then all you've got left is that piece of braid. And I do a couple more knots at the end, just overhand knots. And then I cut the remaining braid off. So the biggest trick, I tried this knot, tried it, and I kept thinking I could do this better or that better. Ultimately, I was tying too many overhand knots before cinching it up. You gotta do just one. And that's your knot. It is strong, it is thin, comes through the guides amazing. That's the only reason I really like it compared to the other knot that I've done. That will come through the guides so well. But ultimately, it's getting comfortable with your hands, how you do it with your hands. And once I started wrapping around the pinky and putting tension on my rod tip, it got easier. But then I still was too far away from I wasn't comfortable, I was reaching. And then once I got it to where I was comfortable, now I can do it pretty much every time, fairly quickly. That took a while because I was trying to teach you guys, but I can do it fairly quickly now, and it's a strong, good knot. So there you go. That is for my niece. She asked me to show you guys how to do it, so hopefully that turns out. Good luck with it.